It's been a little while. Okay, at least that's working. Each time I don't check is when somehow the settings are gone. I know I don't really need to, but still, sorry for the absence. Yeah. Feels like, well, we have barely streamed in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, just on the Sundays I'll try and make it happen. Otherwise, I didn't need the time off. Been out of everything. I mean, clearly. Didn't even get to watch the Star Fox Direct live. So that's how you know I've been out. Kaput. Resting. Yeah. For now, finished getting my immune system nuked, so we'll begin back on this. And yeah, first thing I'm gonna do, since I still haven't watched it actually, Star Fox Direct. It's funny because I've been waiting for this to happen for the longest time, but from the image I've seen, I'm not sure I'm gonna like this, but hey, we'll check it out. Okay, seems we're good on YouTube and Twitchy. And then we'll check the volume of the video and all. But before we get started, thank you to the current stream boss. That's Jodie, aka Nutty, which is an artist who specializes in animation. You can check out her work in the description below on my YouTube channel or on my About page on Twitch. You can go to her website or her very own YouTube channel in the YouTube description to check out some of her short animations. Thank you to my current subscribers and Patreons, Jim Bro, Bot 84, Alex Squid Dev, Scarlord, Crash Cycle, Renemu, and Nutty Play. And yeah, I am back. Well, it's true. Well, I'm avoiding people. I am avoiding people. And that's a good thing. Not only do I have the time to do that, the possibility to do it right now, but because my immune system has been nuked, even a little cold could actually be quite bad. So, yes, we are back. Hopefully for the foreseeable future. And yes, avoid any and all contagions we can. Oh yeah, so let's check this out. So we're gonna have to move the camera. Let us say Star Fox Direct. When was it? 2 days ago? 3 days ago? 2 days ago. So we need to check the volume first. Sound. I guess I'll reload that so that's at the right point that I need it at. Put that to the max. Checking.
Hello everyone, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto.
We'll put it a bit louder.
Last month, we released the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
That should be good. That should do it.
Which was enjoyed by many people around the world.
Maybe...
To everyone who saw it in theaters, thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll put that just slightly lower. Okay, that should do it.
The movie features a certain character who isn't part of the Super Mario series.
Well, they showed that in the trailers, didn't they? I still haven't seen the Super Mario Galaxy movie. But yeah, they did show Star Fox in the trailers, so wasn't much of a surprise, was it?
Why is a princess trying to go to the most dangerous place in the galaxy? Who are you? Don't ask me personal questions.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't.
Okay.
Fox McCloud, leader of the legendary Star Fox team. I only care about three things: keeping the Lilat system safe, fighting with my buds, and doing extremely dangerous barrel rolls. Let's go! Then one day, my warp drive exploded. Blew a giant hole in the fabric of space and time, and I got sucked into a different universe. That's what I get for making a frog my engineer. Now I roam your galaxy, trying to find a way home.
What the
Do
fuck?
good when the price is right. Oh, I also have cool space boots.
Now that's the backstory of the...
Wait. If I remember well, wasn't space boots? I thought the legs were actually robotic, made so that they could actually survive the, you know, speed at which they were traveling. Am I forgetting something? Did they change the law?
He's
Anyways,
going to take us to the space junk galaxy.
that's how they put it in the not the personality Star Fox probably has. Yeah, no. Anyways.
That's right. The main character from the Star Fox series, Fox McCloud, makes an appearance. Now, Fox and his wingmen return in their own Nintendo Switch 2 game. This game is called Star Fox. And now, I'll pass it over to Koizumi-san.
Is it going to be the... Well, I should just watch it.
Koizumi-san.
Show
Hello,
me.
everyone. I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi. From here on, I will be your host for this presentation. Star Fox
Okay.
is based on the Nintendo 64 game Star Fox 64.
Oh,
But the visuals have been completely updated.
so it's
All
a
of the characters
remake.
in the game have also been redesigned. All right, let's take a look.
It was an incredible game, but sometimes it was so weird getting some of the secret passages to other, like, systems. Well, other planets, I should say. Huh.
Atmospheric entry complete. Extend the wings.
Maybe they went a bit too realistic in the style.
G-diffuser systems check. Sound off, team.
Slippy here. So far, so good.
This is Peppy. All systems go.
Falco here. G-diffuser seems fine. Let's go already. Enemy targets up ahead. Let's rock and roll.
Wait, is that the exact same dialogue they had in the first game? But you just saw like the images of each person in the crew come up on the side with that green filter or something. Oh, kind of like that.
What you're seeing is footage of the game in action. While stage layouts have been kept the same, the visuals have received a major upgrade.
Slippy, stay in formation.
Banter between characters is also back.
Now you've done it, Slippy. Bogey on your tail.
Cover me while I fine-tune my sensors. Oh, you got him? Thanks, Fox.
We need your help, Star Fox.
Hey there, General. You seem a little on edge. But as it happens, my team's
This
available
is
to
Fox
deploy
McCloud, leader of the Star Fox Mercenary Squad.
Is it just me, or does he almost look like a human in a fox suit? I guess it's kind of hitting that uncanny valley to me.
Prep the R-Wings. We've got a job to do, Star Fox. We're gonna take the system back from Andross, one planet at a time.
Falco Lombardi is their ace pilot and Fox's rival.
Sounds perfect. There's no way Andross would expect us to launch an assault there. You up for another challenge, Fox?
Scans are showing unidentified energy emanating from within.
Flippy Toad is the team's engineer extraordinaire.
Incredible! Do you realize how rare it is to experience a stable warp channel? Did you see the distortions?
That base is the gateway to the wider system, Fox.
And Peppy Hare is their strategic mastermind and veteran pilot.
It's into enemy space.
Yeah, to me, I'd say they went way too far in the realism. I mean, from what I saw from the Marvel Galaxy movie, that might have been the better style to go with. Well, in that direction, I should say. Because that is the animation style, isn't it?
Just this. Hit 'em quick and hit 'em hard.
The fate of the Lilat system rests squarely on their shoulders. The R-Wing is a high-performance aerospace fighter piloted by Fox and his crew. It's equipped with a laser. It can also fire charged shots.
Yeah.
Or
And
launch bombs that
bombs.
cover a wide area.
Bomb.
The R-Wing can break.
Yeah, so it's the same as the first one so far.
Do a barrel roll to repel enemy fire. And even somersault. Besides the R-Wing, an agile ground assault vehicle called the Landmaster. And a modified exploratory submersible called the Blue Marine can also be piloted, depending on the mission.
I mean, I don't remember that one.
Impressive work, Star.
The campaign will take you to diverse planets as you seek out the enemy's stronghold to restore peace in the Lilat system. Corneria is a planet teeming with life and the beating heart of the system.
Yeah, this is where you start.
Ficina is a frozen planet with most of its surface covered in ice and snow.
Hit your own target, Fox.
Solar is the Lilat system's scorching hot second star. And Zoness is a deserted, polluted ocean planet that was stripped of all its natural resources.
Cool your jets, cat.
There's also an asteroid field to navigate.
I remember that.
Resistant laser tech!
And the inside of a nebula. From planet surfaces to outer space, a variety of stages await. With free-flying dogfights in all-range mode.
Unit, don't let anything through. That flash.
And massive boss battles, you can look forward to intense aerial combat.
I remember that boss.
We did. All units, disengage.
Depending on the objectives you complete, the number of enemies shot down, and other factors, the route you take through the system may
Yeah,
change.
and the story too.
Replay stages with a different approach to find ways through that are off the beaten path.
You'd better be right about this, Falco.
I say we trust Falcon.
But, well, I hope it will be smoother being able to go through some of these secret passages, because I remember on the 64, sometimes you really had to hug it. And even then, it wasn't always guaranteed, if I remember well. I remember it being frustrating, so I'm surprised that they just went with the same system. It literally is just a remake.
Those instincts.
You worry about your own.
Plenty of new cutscenes have also been added.
Yes, I love
These
cutscenes,
include
clearly.
never-before-seen mission briefings between stages, allowing you to learn more about the characters and the Star Fox universe.
Fall in, team. How are we doing?
You can choose between easy, normal, and expert difficulty settings.
Let's see.
Fall in, team. How are we doing?
Easy. Enemies do less damage. Lasers and shields are fully upgraded. Wings can be broken. Medals and high scores can't be earned. Continues are unlimited. So we can always debate about if multiple difficulty settings should really be in games, but Yeah, that
You can choose between easy,
seems a bit way too easy. Enemies do balanced damage. Upgrades are lost when wings are damaged. Medals and high scores can be earned. Continues are unlimited.
normal, and expert difficulty.
Enemies do more damage. Collisions cause instant wing damage. Well, collisions with what? I'm pretty sure that's already a mechanic normally. But I'll have to look back on how the old game worked with difficulty. Expert medals and high scores can be earned. No continues. So I guess you have one life in each mission.
Difficulty settings. When playing on easy difficulty, your shield gauge will be longer, and your lasers will remain powered up, making it ideal for novice pilots. In challenge
I guess it is good for learning, maybe the easy mode. But it should be some level of difficulty.
mode, you can replay stages you've already cleared. Complete a variety of objectives that bring new challenges to each mission that you won't find in the campaign.
Defend the Allied fleet. Don't let any of them pass us.
Break through! We'll find out who's coordinating this attack.
Take on these challenges on either normal or expert difficulty. Battle mode puts you in 4 versus 4 dogfights. Players are split between Team Star Fox and Team Star Wolf. Then compete to earn the most points by clearing missions and taking down foes.
Huh.
You can select from 3 stages, each with its own rule set.
I remember there being a multiplayer mode, but I don't remember it being
Take out opponents and seize control of the zone around the
that
satellite
expansive.
towers on Corneria.
Star Fox completed the objective.
Collect as many energy crystals as you can while dodging meteorites on Ficina. Or retrieve cargo from space pirates and take it to your base in Sector Y.
Star Fox completed the objective.
You can create private matches with your friends online. Or match up with random players from around the world, making for a variety of ways to join team battles. Plus, if one person has the game, up to 4 players can take to the skies locally with GameShare. Or online, using GameShare via Game Chat.
It's funny how on the screens below you can see how bad streaming of games still is on the Switch too. It's cool that it works on the Switch 1, so I guess it's coming out in both, maybe.
By holding your Joy-Con 2 controller like a mouse, you can seamlessly swap to mouse-controlled targeting for intuitive aiming and steering.
Slippy, stay in formation. Now you've done it, Slippy. Bogey on your tail.
By sharing one of the Joy-Con 2 controllers with a second player, you can split pilot and gunner duties in co-op.
We're entering Corneria City now. Andros sure has trashed the place.
I guess that's one way to play the adventure, but why not add a person?
I'll target the lights on the left. You guys go right.
It's a trap. Take him down. Don't crawl back under your rock. A swarm of lowly flies. Get ready, team. We're approaching Venom airspace.
What did you think? As you just saw, Fox and Company have a more animal-like design in this game.
Yes.
Reborn exclusively for the Nintendo Switch 2 system, Star Fox.
Oh, it is
launches
only
June
Nintendo
25th.
2. Oh, and it's coming out flipping soon, next month. Huh. Funny that date, it's... Oh, no, it's not the same date. but exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, even though here they were showing the game share with Switch 1 and the Switch Lite.
By the way, this game also supports character avatars, which let you change your face in game chat to look like a character. Like this.
Huh.
How do I look?
Oh, I see.
It doesn't just capture your head movement.
But of course, you need to have the
Your mouth
webcam.
movement? Blinks. And your eyebrow movement as well. If you have a compatible USB camera, please give it a try. When using character avatars to look like a Star Fox character, friends playing other games can also see your new look. But this game also supports the Nintendo 64 controller. Those who played the Nintendo 64 version can enjoy controls that feel even closer to the original. Since its debut on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, the Star Fox series has had a long legacy on Nintendo platforms.
Yeah, there've been multiple games.
Along that journey, it set out for adventure.
I did enjoy this. It was such a weird fucking concept, but it was fun.
And join the battle in the Super Smash Bros. Series. We're grateful that you've continued to support the series for more than 30 years. If you've never experienced the series before, we hope you'll give Star Fox a try. Finally, we'll finish this presentation by sharing the game's prologue, which depicts a past battle involving James McCloud,
Oh, his
father
father.
of the protagonist Fox.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Come in, Star Fox. This is Corneria Defense Force Headquarters. Do you read?
Loud and clear. James McCloud here, General. Star Fox is on approach to Venom. No indications yet of any suspicious activity. We'll let you know what we find.
Proceed with caution. You're the first to set eyes on that place in years. And thank you for accepting this mission, James. You're the only one I can trust.
General Pepper, do you read me? Something's jamming long-range comms. Stay sharp, team.
Are you seeing this, James? According to my instruments, the atmosphere is highly toxic.
And we're doing this job for next to nothing? We're supposed to be mercs, not chumps.
There's more at stake here than our bottom line, Big Mouth.
Yeah, sure.
General Pepper says his people have detected signs of activity on Venom's surface. He's concerned it has something to do with Dr. Andross.
It's been years since Andross was banished here, James. If the atmosphere is poisonous...
All the more reason to figure out what's going on. Dr. Andross made mistakes, and he paid the price for them. But whatever else he is a genius. Maybe he found a way to survive.
Our leader. Such a bleeding heart.
Where'd they come from?
Defensive formation! Pigma, where are you going?
It's like you told me. I'm getting into formation.
You two-timing swine!
What can I say? My new boss pays better.
Corneria must suffer. Death to all who stand in the way of my vengeance.
Was that Dr. Andross?
Don't let them escape!
I can't shake him.
Hey, Peppy! Catch!
Ah! James!
Peppy, are you there? Come in, Peppy, do you read me? I'm losing altitude. Peppy, you need to get out of here. Warn the general.
Not without you, James.
That's an order. And Peppy, keep an eye on Fox.
I don't remember if you find out about all that so early on in the game, though. I think we're all ready for Star Fox 65 at this point. We now... Wait, I should have checked. Yeah, we now have a trilogy of Star Fox 64 games, quite literally. Nintendo, this is the 4th time you've shown us Star Fox 64 in class. Somehow Star Fox 64 returned. Born too late to play Star Fox 64. Born too early to play Star Fox 64. Born just in time to play Star Fox 64. I want a new Star Fox game, The Monkey's Pork. Finding a new gate. We're back to 64. Okay, I'm not the only one who feels like this. Now I have an idea of what this is gonna be about. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's pretty bad, isn't it, in a sense?
Everything you're doing, they just announced a Star Fox 64 remake. What? Nintendo just randomly dropped a remake. What? Nintendo just randomly dropped a remake. What? Nintendo just randomly.
Okay.
16-minute direct, brother. You got. Bro, stop everything you're doing. They just announced a Star Fox 64 remake. What? Nintendo just randomly dropped a 16-minute direct, brother. You gotta see it. Here it is. It's on YouTube. Oh my God, I cannot believe this, bro. I haven't played this game since 64. Oh, I can't wait to see what it looks like on the Switch too. Look, Star Fox looked good in the movie. I can't wait to see what he looks like in the... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They got a new crew member. You see, they're remaking it, right? So they're trying to spice up the story. They got a new crew member. Nah, bro. That's Fox McCloud. What you mean? Oh, you playing around. At first, I thought you said Fox McCloud. I see him up ahead. Let's rock and roll. Fox McCloud. Let's jet. I'm in a hurry. Fox McCloud.
Yeah.
Up smash kills at 110%. Fox McCloud. No, that's Fox McCloud, bro. Say right there in the name tag. Oh my God, what happened? What did they do to him? It looks good, bro. What you mean? Why they make everybody so real? Why
right?
It looks weird, bro. Look at Slippy. He looks weird.
Yes.
It's like he walks up to random women to ask for hugs. He's weird. Man, don't play my boy Slippy like that, man. What's wrong with Fox's eyes, bro? He looks drained. He looks like he's been doing this for 50 years, but this is a remake of his first game. It's just a choice in art design. They need to choose something else.
Yes, they do.
Look at the environments. Okay, it looks pretty good. I ain't gonna lie, those environments do look good. But why does Falco look like he got scoliosis? He's acting like he's 80 years old, brother. You're like 20 in this game. What is happening? You exaggerating it, bro.
No.
They look fine. They just look different. Oh, wait a minute. I get it. They're just showing off the DLSS 5 filter, the new one they were talking about. Yeah, that's all it is. Okay. Now show it to me regular. Brother, the Switch 2 is not capable of that type of technology. He's supposed to be the leader of Star Fox. It looked like it's his 3rd year addicted to crack. Dog, my cat looked more Star Fox than Star Fox.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hear your negativity, brother. I'm sorry. All right, they're remaking one of my most favorite games as a kid, and I can't wait to beat Andros and Starwolf and his glorious new engine. Speaking of Starwolf, what does he even look like? Dear God, they stripped him of all his aura. Pigma looks good. They made the traitor look the best in the group. No, my boy James didn't deserve this. Wait a second, a prequel scene. showing when James McCloud got betrayed. But they didn't show him dying. What if in the remake they actually retcon some stuff and James lives and you get to play as James? I changed my mind. Everything's beautiful. I'm sold.
Boy, that's just crazy.
Hope springs eternal. Oh, damn. That I can like with no problem. This, I understand why there's 12,000 dislikes. And honestly, overall, I'm still going to add to it. Still going to add to it. Can't believe the guy from Smash got his own game. What? Maybe he's being sarcastic. I like how the Star Fox franchise is 80% one game. Star Fox has officially become Nintendo Skyrim. Oh, damn, it's, yeah. This was indeed just an excuse to show off my cat. I see. It's a cute cat. There has never been a that in Falco moment like this. That cat does look more Star Fox. There has never been a more that ain't Falco moment than this. Well, I guess one of them copied the other. I mean, this was just an excuse for Keith to show off his cats. You can't convince me of. 19 hours ago. Well, they posted maybe before seeing it. Aye. Fantastic Fox. Oh yeah, he does look like that stop motion animation movie character. Fuck. Yeah, I know it looks terrible. James looked pretty good though, I must say. But my cat looked more Star Fox than Star Fox. You're gonna cry when you see what they did to Cat Monroe. Why, there's no way they could mess up Cat Monroe. She's just a pink cat. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's just a choice in art design. They need to choose something else. Gonna steal this one real quick. No way. My cat look more like Star Fox. Yeah, it's disappointing. For a remake on a console how many years later? This is the single most ridiculous thing Nintendo has ever done. Might have to check that out. Might have to check that out. Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised by how many likes there are. Maybe those who didn't actually get to play it on 64 are excited for it. But for me, I'm like, I already put those hours in. They haven't changed in any meaningful way. It doesn't look good. Which would clearly be the main selling point of a remake like this. Either new mechanics or it looking good. For example, Zelda Wind Waker on GameCube compared to Zelda Wind Waker on the Wii U. On the Wii U, absolutely amazing how it looks. So yeah, pretty much makes you want to play it again. But this, Let's see what beautiful words he has for us.
A long time, a lot of years, many, many years. To the prices are.
Yeah, it's true. Star Fox 64 came out in 1997. Damn. It's funny because even Star Fox 64 was a remake of the Star Fox that came out before that. Was it not? Oh, wait, 64. Wait, Star Fox 64 was the first Nintendo 64 game to feature support. Oh, for the Rambo Pack, that's what they mean. Yeah. Like the SNES Star Fox game before it, Star Fox 64 has been deemed one of the greatest games of all time. Yeah, but for its time, that's the thing. I'm guessing that they did so many things that I hated with the game in retrospect because of the limitations they had at the time. Anyways. Oh yeah, you know, those what Star Fox Zero on the Wii U. That one I did not play. But even in that game, Star Fox looked better than what he's looking like now. And that was what, in 2011. Wait, 2016. 10 years ago. And those Star Fox 64 on the 3DS. Yeah, I know, they're milking this to death.
It's taken a long time, a lot of years, many, many years to reach this point, to come to this conclusion. And I've toyed with this conclusion for a while. It comes up here and there, but we're kind of joking when we say it. But you know what? It's not a joke anymore. I am 100% convinced that Nintendo loves to mess with us. They do things just to keep us on our toes. Like, they have to. It has to be that way now. Like, I mean, just you get directs, and you know they're either announced ahead of time by a couple of days, or we'll get like this shadow drop thing. But like shadow dropping a direct announcement 10 minutes before it's set to go live, and in that direct revealing a game, a new Star Fox game of all things, that's coming out next month.
Yeah.
And just like all of a sudden here it is. Just like,
So they can't even change anything.
Sheer stupid dumb luck that I saw that something was happening, and I was available to just rush to my computer and start a stream
Lucky
going
him.
in 5 minutes. Made it. Totally made it. So, okay, yeah, all right. Star Fox Direct. Nintendo has revealed a remake of, I mean, I guess Star Fox 64. I'm not enough of a fan. I haven't played these games enough to know if, like, is it really just a remake of 64, or are there elements from the original? Maybe they're just calling it Star Fox.
And yeah, I think the original on SNES was different, but I never played it, unfortunately. But yeah, 64 came out on, of course, Nintendo 64. Then it came out on the 3DS. Then technically it came out on the Wii U as Star Fox Zero. And then it's now coming out again on the Switch 2.
And I mean, like, gosh, there's so much to say. There's so much to say. Like, where do you even get started? The idea.
Wait, what do you mean unstable? At least it looks good through this. Just Twitch. Oh, well, we'll see if it keeps spazzing out. Yeah, that's Twitch's problem. YouTube is... Yeah, YouTube not having any troubles, it seems. Okay. There we go.
Yeah. Of them doing the original Star Fox story again. It's just like, it was already so ridiculous when they did it with Star Fox Zero. It was already so laughable. The most absurd thing Nintendo has ever done, telling the same story a third time. And since then, that was so ridiculous that then the idea of them doing it again, pure joke, pure meme. Nobody would ever consider it as an actual possibility. It was so far into the realm of just
I did think
nonsense.
it was a new game.
It's
I was a little excited.
of an idea. It's just, it cannot possibly actually happen. So, them doing it again, they're making a new Star Fox game, and it's a remake of 64. They are telling the original Star Fox story
again
for the fourth time.
Yeah.
For the fourth time, and that's not counting 64 on DS, which was more of like a kind of a remaster than anything. They're building this from the
Wait, there was another one that I didn't count. Anyways,
round up for the fourth time. I feel like I should be fed up with Nintendo. I feel like at this point, at least as far as Star Fox goes, I should just be throwing my hat on the ground and stomping on it. I should be furious. How could they? How could they possibly? How could Miyamoto? How could they do such a thing? I should be feeling that. And yet, I am torn here.
What?
Because I think it looks great.
What?
I think it looks like, if it looked anything other than perfect, I would just be in the Nintendo haters. You know,
what do you mean it looks great?
Oh, this Nintendo slop, another remake. Haha. Like they're feasting today, and I might be right there with them. If I didn't think, well, you know, if you're gonna do it again, if you are gonna remake 64, you better pull it off. It looks like they're pulling it off.
Huh?
It really does. I would be so much more angry if it didn't look like they just doing a ding darn good job here.
That's
it's just like
interesting.
It ticks every possible box for me. Every possible box. You tell me that like Nintendo's gonna do a Star Fox
I feel like this title is a lie.
remake, Star Fox 64
he loves
remake,
it.
And I'd be like, all right, well, it's got to have this and 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 this. All of it. All of it. I think the game looks great. Let us begin with the character designs, because that's the first thing that kind of jumps out at you, and that's going to be a really, really big point of contention for people. I'm seeing opinions.
I will say it right now. Anyone who likes those designs, you have terrible taste. Objectively, logically, creatively, terrible taste. There's no other answer. No other answer. Good taste and bad taste. One of the two. If you like that, you have bad taste.
All over the place. A very, very wide spectrum of opinions.
There's no in
This
between.
game, you know, they've redesigned the characters again. They usually get kind of refreshed every once in a while, especially Fox himself. I wasn't a really big fan of the last style of the last few games. I liked it more around like GameCube era. I really liked that one.
It was better.
Original was pretty good. They've done it again, and they've gone with realism. That is not something I ever would have expected from Nintendo. Ever, for them to like give it a little bit more of like a realistic edge. And that's why I can absolutely see people not liking it. I could see a person not liking it, because anytime you go kind of realistic, especially with like cartoony characters that we have known for a very, very long time, for just like decades and decades, we've known these fun, lovable cartoon characters. When you push for realism, it's always gonna have this like kind of
Realism can be good, it just doesn't work here.
uncomfortable, uncanny valley effect. You know, many people making the very funny.
I think he's trying to justify what he's about to say about the quality of the design.
People made the joke, but it is a very funny joke. This is Star Fox with DLSS 5 upscaling.
It is.
You know, just that little like kind of like
weird kind of realistic edge to it. It is strange. But I think I like it. I think I like it. I think if they pushed for the realism anymore, anymore, a micron more, it would have been weird. It would have really.
It is
stuck out.
weird.
I probably wouldn't have liked it, but I feel like they are riding that line.
No, they're not.
So perfectly, and I like the results. It's definitely strange. I'm definitely getting used to it, but like, I don't know, my initial reaction was not super negative, and the more I look at it, the more I like it.
The more I look at it, the more I hate it. This is fascinating. But then again, so many aspects of life, you see people with so many different contradicting, well, how do you say it? Ideas, thoughts, and yes, sometimes one party is completely wrong. Like in this instance.
I just kind of like it. I think it's kind of cool because like Star Fox is like fun little cartoon characters, but it deals with some dark themes. There's like treachery and betrayal and killing and dying and screaming and exploding and stuff. And I like that juxtaposition, and I feel like this emphasizes that juxtaposition even more. It's like this game has got a little bit more of an edge to it. It looks like a real modern game. You know, we'll talk more about the overall graphics in a second, but like it's a real kind of gritty modern sci-fi game. You know, they're really like playing up the story and the characters and everything, and it's got this like kind of realistic edge to the visuals.
I don't think I've ever bought anything that was advertised to me on YouTube, and yet they keep doing it incessantly.
Funny little cartoon animals. I think it's perfect. It fits the overall, because like I for years and years now I've been like begging Nintendo for them to just like lean into the characters and the story. Like I want this like silly melodramatic space opera starring animals. I think that's amazing. So I think this new visual style fits it perfectly. I think it's really, really great. It's taking itself a little bit more seriously, but that just emphasizes that juxtaposition. It makes it feel even sillier in just the best way. So yeah, I really like the designs, and yeah, like the overall graphics, they look amazing. I think it looks great. You know, like say what you will about the characters, but when you're in the ship and you're flying around, I think it looks phenomenal. I think it looks super duper good. It looks precisely like a modern version of the original. I think they've done a perfect job of just making everything look real shiny and nice. But then back on like the character and story side, again, I've wanted them to push for story in Star Fox, and they have had story. I never played Command, but I hear like there was a ton of story and it got really wacky and there's like a million endings and stuff, you know. Maybe not quite like that, but just like overall, I want them to bring more story, dig into the characters. And so for here, if you're gonna retell the story again, yeah, fine, give us more. Like give us more. I mean, like Zero did a pretty good job of that. Zero definitely did dig into the characters and the lore and stuff a good bit more. But I really love how here they're leaning really into the character thing, where it's like, okay, we've got this remake of an N64 game. It's, you know, it's not super long. It's not a super long game.
This is the one GameCube.
But here's some
yeah, that
actual
one was
content,
pretty
even if
good
we're not
too.
gonna
I
have much of,
remember.
like,
And it changed things up a lot in this game. You could even play on foot and everything. Star Fox Assault was a miracle at this point. It would never make.
levels and stuff to the game. We're just giving you way more story and characters, cutscenes. Like they're adding like cutscenes. I don't know if there's gonna be like a cutscene with.
Yeah, they might be adding cutscenes, but they can't change the fundamental story if it's just a remake. They're not even changing any of the game mechanics. So it's still gonna be the same story, just a bit longer because of the new cutscenes. Yeah. Star Fox 64, Nintendo's Skyrim.
Accompanying every single level or what. But it does seem to be that there's just a lot more cutscenes.
Well, it seems that most people's opinion is gonna be this one, that they actually like it.
We actually get to see the crew together on the ship, on the Great Fox or whatever, between missions, just like chatting, just like having cutscenes. And like they're really well animated and the graphics are really good. I don't know, like there's something very like there's something very not Nintendo about it. And I mean, you know, the way that sounds, it sounds bad, but like I think it's really great whenever they kind of break out of their comfort zone and they give us something that feels a little bit different. And like obviously doing Mario 64, doing Star Fox 64 again, that is very Nintendo. It's like laughably, comically Nintendo, and yet leaning into the story and the characters and just like even just the way that the cutscenes look.
It's fascinating to me. I feel like people are justifying it. And you know what? Let me check, because I mean it's coming out in a month. We should already have the price out, right? The price should already be there. So let's see how much they're selling a remake like this for. Huh? Where did it go? Underneath? Oh, it's here. Okay, they're not selling it at full price, it seems. Okay. That's forgivable then. Because I would have ripped into them if this was a full-priced game. But it seems they are cooling down on that. That's good. Of course, they're going to put it at 50 francs. They always do this, Nintendo. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Can't say I'm surprised. But not a full price game, at least.
It I don't know, it really looks like it's like if you gave Star Fox to a completely non-Nintendo team.
Nah. You could switch up this game so much more than this.
This is kind of what it looks like. It would look like. But I like it. It's in a fresh way. It's in a like the character animations. Like you don't get a lot of Nintendo games with these like really detailed, fluidly animated character cutscenes. You do get them, but just like they're not incredibly common. And I don't know, it just like this, there's been a lot of care given to these cutscenes and these animations. I think it looks really great. I think it's really cool, and I'm really excited to see. Like the voice acting seems like pretty good. You know, not great, but in a way, like even you want pretty good voice acting, but not perfect, because then that like plays up like the camp, the camp element. So, yeah, I don't know. I love that. I love that they're doing that. If they're gonna remake the game again, yeah, put in more story. And you know, don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but like.
Honestly, now that I think about it, 50 is way too much for... 50 is way too much for this game. I haven't played it yet, I haven't bought it yet, but how much is Pragmata, for example? That game is 50. Literally. Oh, depending on when you buy it. Yeah, physical copy, I can see one for 50. On Steam, $60. And this game is $50. Almost the same price as a brand new game like Pragmata. Yeah, no, it should cost like $30 a piece for this thing.
I I think they have to be doing this because they just really want Star Fox to go somewhere. You know, like Star Fox Zero itself was supposed to be kind of a reboot.
Yes.
And that game just didn't sell. And so they were like,
because the Wii U didn't sell, because no one knew what the fuck the Wii U was.
No, like we don't want to just make a sequel to a game that bombed. That would be weird. But we also don't want to make just a brand new Star Fox game when we haven't really put out a popular one in a million years. We have not put out a successful Star Fox game just in decades. So maybe they really, really wanted to reestablish Star Fox, to do what Star Fox Zero was trying to do, but just a regular old traditional game, whatever, just remake the original, fine. The idea, I hope, is to then roll into future games from here. That this is actually the reboot that Zero was supposed to be, and from here, they go with something new. Maybe they even incorporate bits and pieces from the other games, but like they're establishing a brand new canon.
Let's
and look,
accelerate
we already
this.
have like this this framework for these characters and the cutscenes and the animations and the story, and we can lean into the story going forward. I think it's very funny. It is too funny. Miyamoto, all these years, has this reputation for hating story, and I know it's debatable. I know you have people on both sides, and I know there are people that get super mad at me when I say that. But I do think he has had something of an aversion to stories for a long time. It's very, very funny that he starts making movies, and all of a sudden, Miyamoto's going through his story arc now. There is hope for the next Paper Mario. Having a great story. He made some movies, and now he likes stories. So now he's bringing like that the melodrama, the story fun into.
He's talking. Maybe the first Paper Mario was a bit basic, but the Millennium Doll Paper Mario had a really good story. Anyways.
Star Fox, because he's seeing the potential that it has for stories, and I don't know, I think that's funny. And I think it's great. So yeah, it's essentially a remake of 64. It really is. And again, like that could be. It could be such a thing. It could be such a thing to get mad about. But like they've added in stuff too. You know, like it's not straightforward. They've added in like the fun little stuff. You got expanded multiplayer. You know, it's not gonna be anything crazy, but they seem to have added a number of new modes to it.
Nothing crazy.
Difficulty settings, like lots of little stuff here and there on top of all of the additional story content. You got like challenge mode now. Like in each level, you got like achievements to unlock or whatever. I think that's pretty cool. But the best part, and another thing that really like tempers that thing, that little monster inside of this bigger monster that is just like, I can't believe they're remaking 64. I can't believe they're doing it again. It's $50 digitally. It's here in the US. It's $50 digitally, $60 physically. So $20 less than their
60 physically. So physically it's the same price as Pragmata.
other standard, AAA first-party Nintendo games. And if they had charged full price for it for this game, you could probably, beat in a couple of sittings, then like, yeah, that would have been just another great reason to be like, I can't believe they're just sending Star Fox out to die again. Because that's the thing, like Star Fox needs a win. He hasn't had a win in so long. Just so long. Like, really, Zero was such a disaster. Like, wherever you stand on that game, it was a massive, massive commercial flop. It was an abject failure. And that was supposed to be like the triumphant return of Fox. That was like after he hadn't had a game for a long time. And then it's been however many, 11, 12 years or whatever since then. So, like, he needs a win so badly. And if Nintendo had put out this remake of an N64 game without a lot of content and charged full price for it, then yeah, again, that would have been a great reason to be upset. But, like, they're remaking 64, but it looks amazing. Visually, it looks amazing. They're adding in a bunch of story. They're adding in a bunch of features. The face rig thing where you move your face and it makes... It's amazing. It's hilarious. It's perfect. But then on top of that, they're actually pricing it reasonably. They're giving it a reasonable price. In this day and age, this 2026, when everything is expensive and all the Nintendo products are all just the prices are skyrocketing, we're just waiting for them to raise the price of the Switch to itself. It's going to happen any second now. And they're giving this game a, quote-unquote, budget price.
Oh, fuck's sake. Sure, that the annoyance of these makes you want to go for premium.
It is less than even a brand new Switch 1 game. And that it's perfect. It's perfect. It's exactly what they needed to do. And what I would never have expected them to do. So like, yeah, there you go. I can't even be mad.
Only if you are exclusively a Switch 2 player would you say $50 is, well, it's better than 80, but I think 80 is way excessive anyways. I've been saying it from the very beginning. And 50, too much for this game.
I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised that I'm not more upset that they're doing Star Fox for the 4th time. Because they just did everything else about it right. I think everything else about it looks really, really fun and really cool, and they're pricing it well. And like, it doesn't look like it was a massive project. I think that's one reason why they're not charging as much for it, And yeah, and I was even wondering, like, kind of like chicken and egg, you know, like was Fox McCloud put in the Mario Galaxy movie because they wanted to make a new game and they were like, well, it'd be an opportunity, maybe we tie him in a little bit, be like a little bit of marketing.
Yes.
Or like were they like, yeah, let's put Fox in the movie, and then that got Miyamoto thinking like, wait, no, like what if we did another remake? What if we did some like kind of bite-sized Star Fox project? Because a full-blown AAA brand new game that itself would have been something of a risk without, you know, I get it, like from like an executive standpoint, you want to kind of reestablish the demand for the IP. You know, you want to be actually like sure that there will be people to purchase a new game, so a remake, especially a reasonably priced remake, is a really good starting point. And like just the timeline adds up. You know, it took them 3 years to make the Mario Galaxy movie. So about 3 years ago, they were planning and writing the script, and they decided to put Fox in the movie. So like yeah, 2-3 years is a perfectly reasonable amount of time to make this kind of like remake. And you know, if it's a smaller project and Miyamoto doesn't have as hard of a time kind of dipping in to kind of oversee it while he's still got his hands full with the movie, they probably went hand in hand. And I think that idea is pretty cool. And I think it's pretty smart too. Like, you know, putting him in the movie and then giving us a relatively safe, maybe inexpensive to create remake. It's a much safer and more responsible way to try to put Fox back in the spotlight without, like spending a bunch of money on a massive game that you don't know how many people are gonna buy. And like, yeah, it really does stink, like especially with Nintendo games, because they've got so many of these legacy IPs that are just like so old. And it's been so many years since we've gotten a new one. So every time there's a new one, it's like, y'all better buy it. You know, like, it stinks to be put in that situation where it's like the pressure's on you. You better buy it. You better give this big corporation a ton of money if you want more of these games. That is kind of the situation that Star Fox fans are in right now, which is especially frustrating when you're a fan. You know, let's say you're not happy with this remake. You're like, I don't want to spend money on the same game again. I think the characters look stupid. I think it all looks stupid. But if I don't support it financially, I'm a Star Fox fan.
I don't give a fuck. If this is what I can expect, why would I give them money for it? It's well, the way people think about, you know, the things they enjoy. If fans really, well, it's true, a lot of fans forget about thinking and just buy it anyways, don't they? Whether it's tickets for their favorite singers and stuff like that, or video games, remakes and all this. But you know, have people who do have a weird way of seeing these things, at least to me.
Support it, then who's gonna buy it? If we want more Star Fox games in the future, don't we have to support it? But then if you do,
no,
you're gonna make more in the style that you don't like. I don't envy anyone in that situation. I've been in that situation a couple of times. But yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah, it's coming next month. June, is it 25th? Yeah, like a month and a half. We'll be playing this game.
Just like I haven't bought Pokemon since Moon, since Sun and Moon, I haven't bought a Pokemon game. I wouldn't touch this. There's no need to be loyal to a fault to companies. They don't really care about you. It's all about the money these days. And that's what changed and is too bad about the video game industry, because it started as passion projects, essentially. Even things like Pokemon, it was made by what, like 2 people, something like that, the first Pokemon? Before it became what it became. I mean, most games back then started as passion projects. Games made by gamers. Or, you know, just fans of comic books and manga and all these things. Bringing the new media to life, and now it's soulless.
The rumors were true. By the way, worth mentioning, the rumors were 100% true. We're getting a Star Fox this summer, and it's going to be revealed just before then, sometime in May or something. And it happened. It absolutely happened. And so everyone in the chat is just like, Ocarina of Time remake confirmed. Like, that's probably a whole other discussion for another day. That is a good discussion for another day. I'm going to write that down. Does this actually mean that the Ocarina of Time remake is more likely or confirmed at this point? I will save my thoughts on that for next time. In the meantime, you keep, what's the Star Fox catchphrase they say at the end of all the games? You keep Star Foxing away, and I'll keep shooting monkeys in the face with my spaceship gun. Remember when he said that in the Super Mario Galaxy movie? And then he was like, Star Foxes, assemble!
Yeah, nah. The graphics remind me of this will be video games in 2015. Yeah. Yeah, it does. I figured out why it was called Star Fox 64. Not because of the console, it's the number of times the game will be re-released. Oh, good one. In a way, we're all like Star Fox's father, a ghost trapped in an eternal torment only existed to guide Fox through his mission over and over again. I just realized James McCloud naming his son Fox is like me naming my son a human. I never thought about that. $50 for Star Fox is cheaper than a family going to see a Star Wars. Nintendo's the 5th time you've shown Star Fox 64 in class. Apparently, but I don't remember what that extra time is that the people are talking about. Yeah. I'm good. Did I miss anything else, really? From Nintendo, I should check. I've seen a couple of course, the... Oh, well, that was when it came out, wasn't it? Before it came out, they went hard on the advertisement for this one. And hey, it seems it's been successful so far. Even people in the crew are enjoying it very much. Even people who haven't played Pokemon games are enjoying it, so they must have done something right with that. Yeah, no, we didn't miss anything else. I'm wondering if I should... No, I should probably play some of the old games I've been sitting on for a while before I go into something new. But yeah. It is tempting to get Pragmata.
Let's devote 6 years of our life and bet on a completely new IP that has a completely different way you approach third-person shooting. Okay, but what would it be about? How about a dad simulator? Oh, like God of War, less brooding. Like Last of Us, less brooding. Okay, so then let's make the father figure a relatable individual going through trials and tribulations alone, when then he meets a daughter figure who is also alone, and they have to figure out which roles they play in each other's lives. Perfect. Now, what about the guns? I love being American. What if instead of just shooting, we provide a hacking minigame that forces the player to activate both sides of their brain? We'll make the shooting not too complex, and then each different node will be color-coded.
Yeah, that I haven't been watching like videos about it. I didn't want to see too much. And now I'm wondering if this might be a bit too much. Maybe I should get Pragmata and play through it. Just to avoid any kind of... spoiler.
So instead of overly focusing on either mechanic, they can focus on both and be in a flow state. Oh, this brother talking about the Avatar. Let's make the story heartwarming so people can cry a little bit. Crying? That doesn't seem very masculine. Well, the real masculinity would be caring, protecting, and providing for those that count on you. All right, let's cry a little bit. I want diverse enemies around the area, like the whole time. Let's make the enemy artificial intelligence. We create what destroys us. I love this song. Killer robots, but what kind? They gotta look human. You know, they gotta look like us. Symbolism. I love this song. But then you gotta make some that look like flying saucers. And then you gotta make some that look like samurais. And then you gotta make some that look like mitochondria. It's the powerhouse of the cell. But what about the boss battles? You ever seen Dune? Yeah, let's do that, but like on the moon. Let's make a virtual Times Square where we fight a mechanized big beetle spider hybrid. Hell, let's throw a robotic android scorpion with lasers on its tail in the forest. That sounds just wacky enough to be made from us. Every 5 seconds, I want the player to have to choose what upgrades they're gonna do to the weapon, the mods, the suit, or the hacking abilities. What if we gave the player, I don't know, 15 different weapons that all play completely different and have all distinct purposes so that the user doesn't just play one weapon but cycles through a lot of them. Reminds me of Horizon Zero Dawn or like Ratchet and Clank. It's almost like we're making a straight to the point, fun single player game. Like back in the PS3 and 360 era. Instead of chasing a trend with multiplayer games, more AAA studios should make games like this. More AAA studios should make games like this.
Boy, that's just crazy.
It was just like a very good advertisement for the game, really. Yeah, I might have to get it earlier than later. And I might. Ah. And I might. Man, I don't think there was any other big announcement, really, was there? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been really out of it. Not communicating with people, no nothing. Just really resting, so... I guess one thing I should check before I move on. Did I save anything on that playlist? Oh damn, it's been ages since I've touched it. So no, probably not. Yeah, I do hate the way the game industry has been going, for sure. Yeah, no, I didn't add anything new in there. Pretty much watched everything in that last time. Yeah, it's true, Silk Song Sea of Sorrows. That thing, I remember they had announced it. No, I'm not watching it again. Oh yeah, it is coming out in 2026. They literally said that. They must have been working on this at the same time as the main game. It's insane that they're giving it out for free, though, I must say. They could sell it and I would not complain. Even though I think the difficulty was insane for Silksong. Well, in my case, the problem is I found out that I was actually playing on a slight delay. So things were a bit harder for me. But still, maybe it still stands, the difficulty being a bit ridiculous. But yeah, Silksong, well, Whole Knight Silksong is an incredible game, and if I remember well, it costs what, 20? I think it costs $20 or even less. And because of studios like Team Cherry making such incredible games and then selling them at such incredible prices, I can't forgive the big studios with the slop they sell. How much was it? Silk? Yeah. Well, that's in Swiss francs. Maybe or maybe it was the same price in dollars. I don't remember. But yeah, if you like difficult games, it's worth playing. I think I would advise most people to just start with Hollow Knight, though. But yeah, no, it's a good game. Overall, but way too difficult. I understand. Wait. Wait. I don't remember what my conclusion was in my last stream, but I do remember saying it's way too difficult. The only reason I'm trying to give it a little bit of grace is because I know that I played through at least most of the game with a slight delay, maybe half a second or something like that. So I made things more difficult for myself, but it's true that overall it is still ridiculous. I wouldn't play through it a second time. I remember saying that, and that is still true. I would not play through this game a second time. I 100%ed it on the PS5, and yes, I'll play through the DLC, but it's true. I myself remember not being able to recommend this game. Because of the difficulty, it's insane. But yes, what you get for those 22 Swiss francs is a huge game, but you suffer too much. It's interesting. I forgot that I never did write a review on Steam. Oh, because I bought it on the PS5. That's why. That explains it. Okay. Yeah. I wouldn't play it again. I know that. Yeah, even on Steam, it's 60. And Star Fox is 50. I even if I somehow wanted Star Fox and I don't even have a Nintendo Switch 2, but even if, let's say I had a Nintendo Switch 2, I couldn't justify buying Star Fox over this game. Or even, what? How was it called? Not Dark Desert. The new Crimson Desert. Oh, that one's 70, but yeah. Even this game, which I'm not too keen on, I'd rather buy that than Star Fox. Hey. People will be people. The only reason I would touch the DLC is because it's free. And I said I wanted to 100% this game so that I could tell people not to buy it. I remember saying that now. Because it's way insane. The difficulty is... Oof. Oh, Silver Palace. Yeah, I've seen this already. Oh yeah, of course, it's my playlist, that's why. With the trailers. But yeah, I know, I remember. Hollow Knight, Silk Song, they went way too far. You should have gotten someone outside of the team to look after it. To try it and give like the true feedback, because they went way too far with that one. Okay. Games. Or maybe we'll leave it there. Yeah, doesn't matter. Check down another time. No, we're not jumping into Warframe today anyways. But we will be starting again. I mean, I still have the game on my PC. I never uninstalled it. Last time I played it was November 16th, 2024. Why did I not uninstall this game? In between. I guess I've been thinking I was gonna start again and I never did. In between these days. Yeah. Tomorrow for sure will be in Fortnite again. Got enough energy back, so. I think, yeah, I know I did already see. Inside Gaming. Yeah, the live service games that every company have been trying to jump on. They've been trying to get it. At least we can respect Nintendo for not trying to do that. Even though the prices for what the Nintendo Switch 2 and for the Nintendo Switch Online are going up soon. I remember that was some news I saw. I'm so glad I got a PC all those years ago. And lucky me, I got a powerful one because I thought I'd be... Well, I did do some freelance work as a 3D artist. But I had to stop. But hey, I do have a powerful PC I can use. Even for gaming, so that's good. Yeah, Marathon was a bad idea. I could tell from the very first trailer I saw. Not surprised about that. Xbox kills console AI. Copilot.
Xbox CEO Asha Sharma said.
Maybe check this out and then I'll bounce. What am I doing?
The global record for tech executives today by being the first and only one to cancel an AI feature nobody asked for, really.
Good.
Welcome to Inside Games Daily, the only gaming news show brave enough to notice. She announced this on the same day she hired a bunch of her former AI executive coworkers.
Oh.
This is not a funny coincidence, huh? How about that? Well, you know what? Even if it's intentional, at least it tells us that Sharma knows how to read the room and work some headlines, and that's positive. And hey, you know what? It works out because this is still great news.
She learned from the best, maybe Phil Spencer. I'm not sure. Sharma announced a doubleheader of welcome news for AI haters in an X post yesterday, saying that the Xbox division will, quote, begin winding down Copilot, which is the Microsoft AI thing that nobody likes, on mobile, and will stop development of Copilot on console.
Yes, awesome.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. This will allow Xbox to, quote, move faster, deepen our connection with the community, and address friction for both players and developers. Oh, the friction of like when stupid AI bullshit keeps popping up and asking me to use it, and I cast it away every time. That kind of friction.
Close that window every time. There aren't many tears being shed for Copilot at the moment. Not only is AI generally reviled in gaming circles, but the feature itself never really explained itself very well, so nobody really knew how to use it anyways.
Yes, man, this is some eye-rolling stuff here. Introductory clips from 2024 don't really show much imagination. A tinny robotic voice walks someone through Minecraft basics like, get away from zombies.
Oh no, it's a zombie. Run. You need to get away from it fast. Either sprint away or quickly build a tower of blocks straight up to get out of its reach.
We should have, man, I love laughing at this stuff. We should observe a moment of silence for the gamers too stupid to realize you do have to get away from the zombies.
I would hope most people
What will they
would
do
realize.
without Copilot's expert guidance? I mean, I guess they'd die to a bunch of zombies in Minecraft. I don't know.
Yeah, just stare unfocused at the screen as their health goes down. What's happening? Yeah, there was a more recent trailer that showed gaming Copilot just rereading the on-screen descriptions of abilities to the player.
Hey, I'm stuck. Can you help?
If you're looking for an AoE blast, Weaver's Bliss is the way to go. But if you like attacking from a distance, definitely go with Amplified Range.
For the players that can't read the description themselves, the one sentence that says this shoots a laser blast, there's even a video clip of the ability being used, and the player's like, Copilot, what is this?
Sharma's post also mentions internal promotions and, quote, bringing in new voices to help us push forward.
I
so
wonder.
Those new voices just so happen to be largely from Sharma's former department in Microsoft and former employer, Instacart.
Great,
Yes.
those sounds like
Interesting how that works
really
out,
new
huh?
voices.
Sharma detailed the new postings in an internal memo that was reported on by Eurogamer. Of the 5 new lead roles defined therein, 4 are filled by former leads on Microsoft's Core AI team, which Sharma came from. And then the 5th is from Instacart, which she worked at before Core AI.
Yeah, so on the same day, Sharma publicly announced that Xbox is stepping away from gaming Copilot AI. She also internally announced the hiring of 4 more former AI executives.
What could it mean? What could it mean? Yes. So there are a couple of ways to interpret this, I think. We'll do the most cynical one, because it's also the funniest, is that Sharma's killing of gaming co-pilots just a symbolic announcement to cover the hiring of a bunch of her executive buddies who are all just chasing AI dollars.
Yeah, I mean, they will all no doubt announce thrilling partnerships with a bunch of third-party companies that they are all personally invested in. This has happened to us, Lawrence and I, many times, where randomly executives would come in and be like, why did they hire them? And then we found out they were invested in technology that they were using. This happened to Machinima. And they were like, yeah, they bought this $500,000 machine. We were like, what? For what? We didn't even need it. And then we found out that executive was invested in the company that made the machine. It's just the worst thing in the world.
Yep. And meanwhile, when it comes to Gaming Copilot, and again, we're on our cynical tick right now, Gaming Copilot is just rebranded into some other annoying and intrusive AI feature that we'll all have to tolerate and ignore. Maybe like a hollow Master Chief will show up and be like, "Hey, you're playing my game."
We need Cortana. We need Cortana in a bathing suit.
They already did that. Cortana came and went, man.
Well, I want more Cortana, or maybe you know what? Maybe a Master Chief with no pants on, Master Cheeks.
There it is.
There we go. Yeah,
ass out, Chief.
All right, but let's. This is too cynical. Let's challenge ourselves a little bit here and actually look forward to the future and be a little more optimistic. Reports in early 2026 indicated that Microsoft is actually scaling back their investment in Copilot across the company, based on user fatigue and lack of use.
Can't get anyone to use it, right? Might as well chuck it out. A separate report from The Information.
It's insane that these companies have so much money to waste that they didn't even check if the users would want such a tool in the first place. What do you mean you're scaling back on it? Anyways.
2025 claimed that Microsoft was whiffing their Azure-based agentic AI sales targets big time, and that report caused Microsoft stock to drop 2.5% the next day. Well, I guess it's not always causation, but you know, the report happened and then boom, there was a drop. So I think it showed some lack of faith, not only from investors in the fact that AI is ever going to generate money, but also maybe some truth to the fact that Microsoft's not generating any money with it.
So it's possible Sharma is more or less taking ownership.
Depends on the application of
would have been
AI.
made anyway, but this would also explain bringing
This was
over
a
execs
terrible
from
application of
Microsoft's
AI.
core AI division.
Yeah, but in a non-cynical way. So if Microsoft is scaling back investment in AI or in Copilot, and let's say you're Asha Sharma and you've worked with this particular executive team over there, you have a great working relationship with them, you trust them, it makes sense that you'd want to bring over the crew that you felt really comfortable working with before they get laid off and the division Microsoft might be scaling back from. And then the other, even less cynical way to interpret that is that Xbox is the safe division to get into at Microsoft. So they are probably not going to be cutting soon, hopefully. I guess that already happened, but it could happen again. But yes, to me, that implies that with whatever visibility Sharma has on where the money's flowing inside Microsoft, if these are her buds and she wanted to keep working with them, she wants to keep them on a team that's safe for now, that would be Xbox. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, but when it comes to cutting Gaming Copilot, first of all, glad to hear it. Love it. But where my head goes is that there was probably hardware dedicated to the running of that in the next Xbox. And it might be a little too late to start changing the hardware
might
spec,
be
especially if they're
to
maybe
change the
going into
architecture.
manufacturing soon, if it's supposed to launch in late 27. Well, they maybe have 6 months to do some panic rework of the design, but I assumed that there would be, based on the design of the ROG Xbox Ally, that actually has like a neural co-processor, I assumed that that was there for things like Gaming Copilot. It's possible there are future features we haven't seen yet, some neural rendering stuff that may roll out to the handhelds once it's available on Project Helix or whatever the next iteration will be. But that was curious to me, that the decision to kill a feature like that is great, and we all love it. But now, is there just going to be this cold, dusty, unused chip that's in every Xbox that, who knows, adds $10 to the manufacturer? Like, there's some ricocheting decisions there. So it's possible that whatever, like Copilot running locally actually doesn't use that many resources, so it's not that big of a trade. But maybe now there are resources that are opened up for something else, if those resources are even interchangeable. Who knows? But yeah, I immediately think about that like, those resources were probably planned for and dedicated for. So yeah, who knows? Maybe now there's, I keep saying who knows a lot, because I'm trying to reinforce that I don't know. I'm just speculating. But yeah, maybe for the next Xbox now, there is 5% more console overhead that can be made available to something else.
Yeah, no, Lawrence, that's a pretty safe assumption that there was a neural processing or, whatever chip that in there was supposed to handle AI in Project Helix, the new Xbox. I feel like that's a safe assumption. I don't know that this step from Asha Sharma means that AI is gone from everything forever. I hope that it is. That would be great, because I don't want it and nobody uses it. But her being an AI executive first, at least coming from that team.
Yeah. I mean, if AI is truly her domain, she's gonna try and bring it in some fashion. I wonder if there's a way to take some of these adverts off.
That would assume that there'd probably be some AI somewhere in the new Xbox. Maybe. But I very cynically said when Ashley Sharma first came on, I remember saying, "Oh, this is a transition thing. In 2 years, Xbox will be shuttered entirely." I hope I'm wrong, and I said that before, and I'll say it again. I hope I'm wrong because these decisions that she's making seem very good from a public perspective. She hasn't really delivered on anything other than I guess the price decrease for Game Pass, which was already double, but they lowered it a little bit. I guess I don't know. That's a good decision. So I do hope that these positive decisions keep trending this way, and I think maybe the executives at Microsoft are starting to understand that nobody wants AI anywhere. It really seems like it. It seems like I've not seen any support for AI from anyone. There's maybe there's like 1 or 2 people I talk to. They're like, "Oh yeah, I use it every day and it's great," but not for the stuff that Microsoft wanted to do.
Exactly.
For. So hopefully she has sort of divorced herself entirely from AI and is now being like, let's focus on gaming. Let's focus on this Xbox that is a PC. We'll have it'll be a Steam machine and an Xbox machine, and it'll be the best Xbox ever. I really am looking forward to it.
If I ever buy a console again, it would be the Steam machine. No more PS or Nintendo. Well, I guess we'll see if some kind of must-have game comes out on the Switch too. But yeah.
So I hope that is what we're doing, and we're not going to get Copilot or some other clippy AI bullshit shoved in there.
Chief ass. I did. Yeah, Bruce, I took this very cynically right away because I'm just trained. My brain forces me to do that when it comes to any executive proclamations. But yeah, I think where I went cynically too directly is, what does that matter to anybody? Like, gaming Copilot wasn't a thing yet. So you're celebrating by killing something that was never alive in the first place. You're harvesting points from it, which is, that's fine. But when you start making, and a lot of with the exception of Game Pass, like you said, a lot of what she's done so far has been kind of symbolic, renaming the division, proclaiming these things, making very kind of directed and bold but non-specific executive statements. But it's still early into her tenure. I think she's making the changes and the decisions you're allowed to make with such a short runway. Everything else takes time. You gotta, have meetings and make decisions and ask your people to implement it. And it's steering a ship isn't instant. So in ways I can appreciate that she's making the symbolic decisions now because those are the only ones you can make. And then the price change for Game Pass was good. This kind of felt like another making the easy declaration, claiming ownership of something that was probably happening anyway. But what I appreciate is I think I've come back around. I like it when people are happy. And if somebody can read the room enough to do that properly and tell the people the things they want to hear, even if they're not entirely substantive just yet, it's still nice when everyone's in a good mood. And that's kind of rare. So I'm grateful for that, if nothing else. That it seems like she's got a good handle on how to speak to the core, at least. Or tell them things that they want to hear. I'm curious if it's... I feel like nobody is good at that for very long, you know? If people start to think of you as the gamer's champ, you're going to have to tell them something they don't want to hear eventually, and that's when the real test is going to come. So I'm going to wait for that. Maybe it's... I feel like price for the Helix is going to be the big determination there. But everything else has been interesting and smooth sailing so far. So, you know what? I have to appreciate it. I've appreciated the game that I've seen so far. We'll see when it gets tough. We'll see what happens.
We went through all these same decisions with Phil Spencer. I remember. I mean,
yes,
distinctly. I think I remember
the early day stuff when everybody's like, "Phil's the best. He's gonna save us."
Me and you talked about this with Phil Spencer. The same thing, because he made a bunch of great decisions, and we're like, "Oh my gosh, he's gaming second. He's the gaming messiah." And then he started having to make hard decisions. And Ashley Sharma's gonna have to make those decisions soon. Like, it's not going to happen 10 years from now. Xbox has to turn around right now. So I don't envy her, but also I'm glad that she's making some positive decisions. Like Lawrence said, I'm happy about it, and I want to continue to be happy about it until the rubber meets the road and Satya Nadella comes to her office and says, hey, we need more money. And that's when she's going to be like, Project Helix is $1,500. You know, like, then everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck? So, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's $500 and you can do whatever you want with your PC at home, and you can share all your games. Everybody gets a free video game. Everybody gets a free Project Helix. Everything for everybody.
I feel like in terms of life cycles, the rubber's going to meet the road about 2 years after the launch of Helix. Because that's when you know for sure about how many consoles you've moved. You know for sure how your strategy has worked or hasn't worked. And then it's like, what are you going to do now? If it's a smash success and everything works and Microsoft's store somehow blows out Steam and then they're just raking in 30% on everyone's purchases, I'm sure Satya Nadella is going to be pleased as punch, and Asha Sharma is going to get all the raises she asks for. But that's unlikely, especially since competition is only getting more and more fierce in this space.
Yeah.
PC parts are getting more expensive, and now you can't even fuel the damn ships and planes and cars to get them to stores so people can buy them. So it's getting complicated out there. Yeah, we'll see. I feel like any new executive, they're only there because the current executive team above them has bought into their vision or their sales pitch about what they're going to do with this brand. And I feel like that at minimum probably includes like a 5-year plan. So at the end of that 5 years, if they're not where they promised they would be, that's when it's, okay, you've got to course correct and you owe me money. And I'm sure Phil was there several times because of where he projected Game Pass would be, but never really ended up.
Not to belabor this point, I really do think Asha Sharma has an amazing opportunity because Sony is rake stepping right now. Sony is like,
true.
They're like, nickel and diming a bunch of people and being like, no, you have to spend this much money on our store, and it has to be this, and it has to be that, there's an on 30-day DRM and all this other bullshit. Asha Sharma has a fantastic opportunity to jump on that and be like, we can make all this better and actually steal market share from Sony, which is unheard of and has been unheard of for the last 10 years. So I hope that happens, because then this competition is always good for us.
Absolutely, yeah. Stoking a little drama, little console wars, firing back up. I love it. Old times are here again, Bruce. Hey, speaking of old times, if you're watching right now, it's possible you've been watching us for a while. And if so, we'd like to thank you for that. We love doing this, which is why we're still doing it after, gosh, more than 10 years in the game at this point. Ooh, boy. So maybe we'll still be around for the PlayStation 6 versus the Xbox Helix or whatever. We hope so. But it's your support that helps us do that. You're the reason why we'd still be doing it then, and we'll still be doing it. PlayStation 7, 8, 9. I should have said PlayStation 6, 7. Anyway, apologies for that. If you're still watching somehow, thank you for subscribing to the channel or recommending us. We also have a Patreon. We post everything we do there for free. Plus, I hand select a meme for every single episode. So at this point now, it's just hundreds and hundreds of Lawrence memes all the way down. If you want to get into my rotten brain, that's a good way to do it. Check it out. Like I said, it's all for free. But on that Patreon note, we'd like to thank a few supporters to keep us going here. So thank you very much, Spirit Bear, Jonathan Lenowski, Rook, Scotty Ryan, and Null Test. Oh, can't wait for that PlayStation 6.
Filter. And I skip it at Bruce's last adios to my life. Or did you say that laughter does make you live longer? Rest in peace, co-pilot. Welcome in, co-driver. Co-driver. Oh. That's what just like Ricky and Elliot say, you don't have to hand it over to them. Not gonna lie, this generosity seems very sus. I'm not even sure you can call it generosity, what they're doing so far. Last time I was this early, Spool was still alive. I love that the ads for using AI assistants for the most helpless, pathetic people. There's an ad I kept seeing recently for AI assistant on Verizon, I think. And it's a guy asking dumb question like, why is my plant leaning away from me? It is a shame for Copilot. It is kind of funny for AI because they're all trying to get... Basically, they want to create what? True artificial intelligence, but you can't really get to it through the methods they're using. You can get something that tries to simulate true intelligence, but it won't be true intelligence. It might be dark, the kind of thing you don't have to do to actually make a true bottom-up AI. Is that how you call it? Yeah, exactly, yeah. Bottom-up AI, yeah. Because that's how they're selling the future of AI, as if it's a bottom-up AI, but what they're all doing is a top-bottom AI, which is just this basic coding that keeps learning, well, from all the information it gets. I guess we'll see what the future brings. I'll leave it there. Just want to do a chill one today and see how it would be to get back on stream like this. And as I said, I'll be back on, well, tomorrow for Fortnite. Will go, well, for as long as I can. And then Monday I'll be back again, probably start Bayonetta 3. Tuesday I'm taken, and then Wednesday forward I should be back again. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, thanks for watching. Catch you next. Well, catch you tomorrow. I mean, if you're one of those who want Star Fox, I'm happy for you, but this is not what I needed. Hey, people... Nintendo Switch 2 has been selling pretty well, hasn't it, even? We'll see. It's just the beginning after all. Have a good one. Catch you tomorrow.